if it was illegal to say stupid things into a microphone.
Why must you be so stupid?
These guys would be doing life without parole.
Hey, everybody, we're back from prison.
Why do we keep encouraging this kind of behavior? It's the Breaking the Ice podcast with Josh Dolan.
You know, we could, go to jail for this.
Along with Mike Shue and Isaiah Moskahana Mana Blitz Boskowitz, whatever the hell his name is.
Hey, since WAF went off the air, you should just flat out say you are Walter White.
I don't make meth. I don't know how to make meth. I failed chemistry in high school.
But you could launder the money if I could make the meth.
Right. So I wouldn't be Walter White. I'd be, what's his name? Hey, Ray. What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Ray!
Do you know that guy, Ray?
I
Isaiah?
just jumped into this.
Okay.
Hey, Ray, look over the shoulder.
Hey, man, what's going on?
Motherfucker.
Oh,
right?
man. Yeah.
Yo, it's gonna start to seep into your brain. Iceman, baby, how are you?
Oh my God, good. I seem to recall every time we did spend time together, there was a lot of hazy memory-inducing kind of things happening.
Alcohol?
Meth?
What?
Not meth. No, Mike, not meth.
No meth. No meth.
We didn't get into the meth.
How do you guys know each other? Were you former lovers? Were you did you work together?
Listen, Mike. Hey,
What
Mike.
did you do?
We fucked
you
one
in the
time.
service?
We fucked one time, and all of a sudden it's weird.
Was that paddle involved?
Yeah, was there
Listen.
a paddle involved?
All right, Ray.
It was on the paddle.
Ray. They're not going to get it because when I brought it, I said to Josh, I said we're fraternity brothers. He goes, what? He says, how does he know you? He goes, he looks so much younger than you. I'm like, go fuck yourself. First of all, Josh.
Yeah.
I was like, he looks like not that much older than me. I mean,
which is a compliment to you, bro.
I love it when fraternity brothers say they're not going to get it. They don't get it.
Well, Josh didn't. You will. You will.
I know what
you
it's
have a
like
fucking
to.
education.
I know what it's like to pick up fruit with my butt cheeks and walk across a room while everybody's
Wait a
walking them in a
minute.
basket. I know
just so
what it's
that
like-
people will be friends with you.
Yeah, I know what it's like to take a shit in someone's purse. I know what.
Ray,
I know what
Ray,
that's
did
like.
any of that
What?
go on? No.
No, what fraternity did you pledge?
Yeah,
That
I
sounds-
didn't.
what-
That's
no,
just
what-
life. I didn't.
That's
need to
just
pledge a
him.
Fraternity. Just
Tell-
what I did.
Tell them about
That's
the
fair.
dashboard.
I did shit on someone's dashboard, but it was their fault because they left their window down. And
Hold on. How did you physically get your ass
Yeah.
over a dashboard?
That's what I wanted
unless
to
it was
know.
projectile?
Okay, first of all, it was
Well.
First of all, it was a 76 Chevy Nova.
Was her
And-
name Barbara? No, that's your car.
No, that's an 02 Corolla. And I was about 100 pounds less than I am now. And so I got my skinny ass up against the windshield and shit all over this guy's dashboard
What the fuck?
because he went after my girlfriend.
Because you were on coke.
No, I was high. I was high as a fucking kite. I wasn't on coke though. I was smoking
Well, I
weed.
applaud your ingenuity because that takes something.
I mean,
The geometry still doesn't work, though.
No,
Right.
it worked fine. Believe me.
Okay.
You were so skinny you could squeeze your and then
Yeah, I had my ass against the windshield and I just pumped it out onto his dashboard.
I guess that's how squatty potties work too.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, lucky
Hey,
for
Ray,
me,
Ray,
I had to
Ray.
go anyway. So, and I was on my way to a place that had a bathroom, but I saw his car and I was like, you know what? That guy sucks. I'm going to shit in his car. And I was like, where should I shit in his car? I should shit somewhere where he can't find it, right? So it'll smell,
Dashboard.
he needs to know what it is. But then I was like, you know, I want him to be horrified when he sits down and puts the key in. I want him to be horrified. And I'm sure he was.
Ray, so just so you know, first of all, good to see you, bro. This is how we start the show.
Yeah,
Okay,
we've been
that's fair.
recording. So it's
Like this, there's
All
there's no intro. We don't give two flying fucks, except we will introduce who you are.
Okay, that sounds like a plan. Yeah,
Okay.
'cause I was sitting here like, is this the show or is this?
I wonder.
Everybody
the
does
preamble.
that. Everybody does that.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I'm like, are we recording? I'm constantly saying that. Is this what we're doing now? This is Ray Harrington.
Or is this just like pre-roll into a dashboard confessional song?
Yes.
That was a
Yes.
pull. That was a pull, and there was an audible pause before the laughter happened, and I accept that, and I'm fine with it.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what's going on. I'll give him an intro. Ray Harrington is a fraternity brother of mine, stand-up comic, funny as shit, successful as shit. I've known this motherfucker for years, but didn't go to school with this guy, right? But then
Because
I
you're
find out,
90.
what does that have to do with shit? Did you even go to college? Go fuck yourself.
No,
Anyway.
I was lucky enough to drop out.
Yeah, you were.
You didn't go to college with Ray, but you're in the same fraternity. Were you the
Correct.
weird old guy that just hung out at college and just
See,
kept
Ray?
going?
No, that's
Ray.
a different
See-
guy. That's a different guy.
Thank you. Thank you. So Ray has been, man, the last time I saw you, a bunch of the brothers came down to Portland to see you, and just awesome work you're doing. So Ray, obviously,
Oh, thanks, man.
oh, dude, funny as shit. And it helps when I'm high. It makes you funnier. But, you know, we've known each other for a long time, but I get a text the other day from Shu. Now, Ray, so you understand, you know, Mike worked at WAF for fucking 24 years or
That's
some
where
shit,
we-
right?
That's where we met.
Yeah.
He was opening for The Amazing Jonathan, and we sponsored that show. And
Correct.
yeah.
And Josh worked at WAF, and I worked at WAF, and here comes this thing. And this is how we brought together. Josh had Breaking the Ice. He was doing a show with Andrew Raycroft, former Boston Bruins goalie. And then when WAF went off the radio because they sold to K-Love for whatever fucking reason during our 50th anniversary.
Because of Jesus, Isaiah. It's for the Lord.
I'm all set with God then.
Okay. just-
Anyway.
I mean, your name's Isaiah, for crying out loud.
I know. What the
Well,
fuck?
I should have predicted it like the prophet Isaiah told you Jesus was coming. I should have been like, hey, Shu, get out. They're going to sell to God. But I didn't. But the point is, so this is how Breaking the Ice, so you know, Ray, this is how Breaking the Ice got together. Josh had this podcast with Andrew Raycroft, hockey, Breaking the Ice.
Ray, this is a hockey podcast, so get ready.
No,
to talk
it's
about
not.
hockey.
It's
No, it's not. No,
All right.
because when the station went, you were in the middle of fucking going down like the Titanic, and Josh looked at me and goes, hey, what if we is there a chance we can like do a podcast? And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Let's give it a shot. And you, Mike, were the first one to go, all right, we'll do it weekly. This
And
is
then I
before
told Andrew Raycroft, hit the showers, kid.
No, that's what it was. He was a little busy with Nesson and the Bruins, but yeah, sure, you told him to hit the showers.
Like nobody wants to talk to a third backup goalie, you know, on a fucking hockey podcast. They want to talk to a washed up old DJ and a couple of alcoholics. Yeah.
Which one's a fucking alcoholic?
You're two of them.
Fuck you.
Oh, Josh Dolan.
But this is how this all came together, and pre-COVID, Ray, we were we did a few podcasts. We went to Mike's house, we went to Mistress Carrie's house, and we were just about to go to Danielle's, and COVID hit, and we were like, we have to understand Zoom. Apparently, we got to, so we've been doing this for Jesus Christ. What month are we in? Like, right? Like, we've been doing
it drunk.
No, hold on.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Yeah.
No, but it's good.
Meaning. Don't worry about it.
So, Mike, you and Ray, how did you and Ray meet?
Like I said, Ray was opening for The Amazing Jonathan at the Wilbur, and I think it's a crime that they didn't put you in either of those documentaries that they were filming at the same time. Did you see any?
Oh my God, yes, I watched. Oh man, did I watch? I watched the one that was like a mystery unfolding and what's true, what's not true. And it was a mind fuck for me because I had shot a documentary called Be a Man.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of the same kind of feeling. And there were a couple of shots like in the same locations, and then a ton of the stuff, because most of the footage was when he was on his tour, like in the New England area.
Yeah.
So a bunch of the places that he was shooting in were green rooms I had been in, stages I was on, and then back at the radio station at AAF and stuff like that. So it was like a stroke that I was having the whole time where I'm like, did I shoot that? Did I shoot that part? But yeah, I worked with him the year before that on his last tour. And so, yeah, so it was interesting for sure. And I did not know any of the stuff that was going on, as far as drugs, and things.
Oh my
like
God.
that.
Yeah. Speaking of meth.
Yeah, that surprised the shit out of me. I was like, oh, he seemed really low key and down to earth and normal.
I feel like doesn't meth bring you down?
What?
No,
I don't fucking
no.
know.
Are you
I don't
new?
fucking
No.
really. The kid who's barely had beer.
You said
My
you were in a
God,
fraternity. You don't even know what meth is. Come on.
Ray, did we do meth at school? No.
No, we were in a Maine fraternity. There was no meth involved.
Oh, it was in Maine.
Dude,
you
of
bought,
course it was.
you bought that paddle.
It was in really bullshit. Really, this kid. Ray, can you imagine? Can you imagine putting a bitch like Josh through?
Did you?
He laughs. Can you imagine just putting him through fucking Hell Night? It would be fucking magical.
Where
It
was
has
this
been-
in Maine? Where was this in Maine?
Bangor, Maine, a school
Yep.
called. Now, were you at New England School of Broadcasting or were you at Husson?
I was at New England School of Communications, previously
changed.
New England School of Broadcasting, and then I did spend some time at the Husson College, now known as Husson University. So they're changing their accreditation so much because I think they're trying to get away from like mysterious rumors of the past. I think Amazing Jonathan did meth there. I think that's what it is.
Really? Oh,
Shocking.
that's how they changed their name.
Dude,
We got to
like,
change
like
the name.
from I mean, New England School of Broadcasting was a small broadcasting school. Like, Mike, did you go to Connecticut School of Broadcasting before you got into radio?
Yeah.
Right.
So did I, and me and Mike were in the same fraternity.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're 12. Fuck off. But we still love you. So
Me and
yeah,
Josh tell each other regularly. Yeah. It's
right.
Isn't it crazy when you get into radio and then you realize like, oh, that school was a racket, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, total racket. Total racket. Well, but the thing is,
yeah.
I went to New England School of Broadcasting, and it got me out of fucking trouble in the 80s. But I went and was like, okay, we'll go. Boom. I get up there, Ray. 15 minutes in, I meet these motherfuckers, and they got the best weed anywhere. The Mex brothers and Mike, you'll appreciate this. I'm in Maine. I'm from Massachusetts. I go to fucking Bangor, Maine. I'm like, my father's driving me up 95 so far. I'm like, okay, I'm really sorry for what I did. Where the fuck am I going? But I knew where I was going, and I get there. Very small school on a very small Husson College was the school. And what was that, Ray? That was like a court reporter and like a nursing school.
Yeah, and when I got there, they were heavy on nursing and then like criminal justice and stuff like that.
Right.
But
that was the one class
same
I did
campus.
well at. That was the one. Yeah, we shared the same campus. So I get up there, and it's almost like you're the like go back to fucking Revenge of the Nerds. Like you're those dorks in the campus of a school, and we're these radio, TV, whatever the fucks. And we had classes at night, so we could get fucked up all day and get all fucked up all night. And classes were late, and nobody liked us. But we got to be on the radio, and we got to do TV, and we got to do the fun shit. And I got a job, and I'm not sure where you went after school, bud, but I got a job at K100, Stephen King's radio station up there.
Yeah.
And that was my first job out of college. It's K100, and Stephen King owns the fucking thing now. And you look back 30 years, it's crazy. It's a tiny little town, but.
And Isaiah, you minored in lobster too, right?
Oh! I majored in lobster.
Oh, that's right.
Did you guys have like a fraternity house?
No, because it was so not like growing up. You think fraternities, you watch the movies, the assholes, a bunch of fucking major. You go to even go up the street from Bangor. You go up to fucking UMO, major university. It was a small school. So how many active brothers were there when you were there, Ray? I mean, I had like 9 or 10 active brothers, maybe.
Yeah, it was super small. When I was there, it was after most of the fraternities had gotten shut down. So when I was going through, there were maybe 4 brothers, active brothers. And
what year did you go through?
I went through 2006, and so it was one of those things. I looked at there were 6 of us, and it's so not a fraternity the way the cliche is there. I mean,
no way.
Just in my class that pledged through, it was me, a guy in a hardcore band, like an outdoors trails guy named and then another guy named Sunshine who like hiking and camping.
Oh my God.
One of the guys pledging us through was my RA, and he's gay. Then there was the guy who was a perpetual cop. who became a cop and then had to leave the department that he was with because he left his gun somewhere. And then,
I hate when that happens.
oh yeah, and it's just like it was such an eclectic group of guys, and we looked at each other and we're like, we could be the fraternity. There's only 4 other people, and let's just do it. And I wanted to have the experience of it, and it was so outside the norm of what you would think of a stereotype for this thing. And it was good. I'm very happy that I did it.
This is your next web series, and can I play the cop that left his gun somewhere?
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that you sniffed when you said that. Hey, can I be the cop that left his gun somewhere?
But Mike, it was one of those schools. It was a very small school, so it was not. When I went up there, I wasn't fucking looking to do shit except get out of where I was in Massachusetts. Went up there, and all of a sudden. And you remember this, Mike and Josh, the first time you walked into a radio station, like there was WHSN, Hassan was this thing. I was fucking 19 years old, and I had spent, my junior life watching WKRP in Cincinnati, watching Dr. Johnny Fever going, listening. For me, I didn't listen to AAF growing up. I was a BCN kid living on the North Shore. So I'm like, you got Charles Laquadera in my head. You got Dr. Johnny Fever. And here I am fucking scooting up to this fucking college in Bangor, Maine. And I walk into a radio station and that's my class. And I get to turn that mic on and be like, oh shit. It's like Private Parts, but he's obviously much better.
Yeah, you just compare yourself to Howard Stern, Isaiah. Come on.
No, the experience,
that all
not
the
the
time.
person,
That's like,
not the
oh my
person,
God.
the experience. And Mike, where was the first time you ever cracked a mic?
Let's see. I guess that would be at WBCN with Charles Laquadera.
The very first time you cracked a microphone
Yeah.
ever was on BCN?
Yeah, I was producing one of the producers for him, and he put me on the air on a regular basis, doing wake-up calls and stuff like that in the 80s.
No shit.
That was the first time I was actually on the radio, and then I went to college, and then I was in the college radio station and stuff, and that was a fucking.
Oh, so you had a taste of BCN. What years did you have a taste of BCN?
It was 86, 87. I was an intern.
No shit. No shit.
Nice.
Yeah,
I was super high on cocaine those years, so I can't remember.
I got to work with. I don't know if I should tell this story because he's.
Do it. Just fucking do it.
You know what? He's.
I know what story it is too.
Yeah,
I think you should
Josh.
definitely
Do
tell
it.
But isn't this story the reason why he's sober now?
Well, yeah, it is the reason why he went to rehab because he.
I need you to scrub all of this. I need you to just wipe it out.
I'm going to.
I can't be on this podcast with you saying that and then me just.
You're going.
Oh, so
this is
are we done?
Oh, wow.
Are we done? We have
But
to
that's
lose you?
why we have a thing called the racist cock on here. And
He was,
anything.
He was under the influence of a lot of things. Let's just
Hold on, Mike. Do you have the racist cock?
Oh yeah, hold on a second.
Ray, this is our saving grace.
It's our get out of jail free card.
Yep.
It's the racist cock.
Yeah. So anytime anyone says anything racist, we bring out the racist cock, which is not very often.
I'm just worried that you have a
racism.
prop for how often things are said that are racist.
Yeah, I know.
We have to in the day and the age that we're in where people are so pussy ass fucking cunt sensitive. Oh, I'm sorry. Do we have to racist cock that?
Well, there's
No.
nothing racist.
So
about
no,
it,
I don't
so.
think so. That's
No,
all.
that was.
No, I don't think so.
Well, pussy ass, right? Okay, just checking. I'm just checking.
Okay. All right.
I'm throwing it out there.
We don't.
I mean,
use
it is
right?
tough to tell in 2020. So that's just why we have it, because you can say something that is not racist at all and you get canceled.
Right.
We actually have a shirt now, Ray, that says "Don't be a racist cock."
Oh, I like that.
Would you wear that on stage?
I can tell by Ray's face right now. He's trying to figure out how he can fake a power outage at his house. Like, how do I get out of this? This is really not what I wanted to do.
Yeah. Oh shit. The lights are flickering.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. How do you do that on Zoom? On the phone, you go, I can't hear you. I'm going in and out. But on Zoom, you're like, oh, how do I fucking get out of this?
Sorry, guys, I'm going through a tunnel.
Would you expect anything less from a Mex brother and his friends? Huh, motherfucker? Have you seen Schulte recently? No. Have you seen Schulte recently?
I have not. I haven't seen anybody. I moved away from Maine, and then I made a child, and now I don't see anybody.
Where are you?
Have this child. I'm in Rhode Island now.
Right.
Oh, I made a child.
He did. He made a movie. He made a movie about it. Oh, not him making the child.
Oh, yeah.
I was
That's a
gonna
very
say.
different movie. I made that movie too, but that's just for us.
Yeah.
What kind of movie did you fucking make?
Oh no, you guys got to see. It's a great movie. It's a documentary, right? It's not really a movie.
Yeah.
It's a documentary. It's
a
called
documentary on Pornhub.
And
wait.
It's because Ray, so let's talk about that a little bit, and then we'll go into Undependent. Just because you're this isn't your first time like doing like film or video or anything like that.
Oh sure, yeah.
So he made a few years back. He made a documentary called "Be a Man," and it's because your dad really wasn't around, right? Was that the reason? Yeah. And so you were expecting a kid, and it was a boy, and you wanted to know what you had to teach the young boy how to be a man, right?
Yeah, I was growing up, like I just had no male role models in my life, and I didn't have like uncles or anything like that, and my dad wasn't around, and I had no idea, so kind of cut my own path, and then I was looking at being a dad myself, and I was talking to a friend of mine, another comic, and I was like, I don't know what I do as a father. I don't know what that looks like. I don't even know, how to be a man. And we started talking about that, and we realized that there were a lot of, solid questions about that. So the movie's really just me trying to do like a series of things that I thought were like quintessentially masculine things I didn't learn when I was growing up, like fighting, drinking, sports, stuff like that. Or no, sports wasn't in there.
No, I don't think sports.
Cars.
Well, it was. Boxing was in there.
Yeah, that was the fighting thing.
But that was more like a fight.
Yeah, that wasn't a fight, because a fight would mean like there's a slight chance that one guy might win.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it was really just me getting in the ring and just having the privilege of Vinny Pazienza, 5-time world champion boxer, punch me in the head a couple of times. And
there you go.
Yeah, so that was fun. I don't recommend that part.
You felt good about that.
Fun.
You felt good about that.
Yeah, I did have training. Isaiah had training through the fraternity for the drinking segment.
Listen, motherfucker, we taught you well. We taught you well.
Oh yeah, I remember doing it, and that segment was finding my signature man drink, and it meant drinking 10 mixed drinks in like an hour while I was sitting there trying them all and doing that stuff. And 10
and you
turned
did
into
it, bro, and I'm proud of you.
Oh yeah, it turned into like 12. Then we started doing shots, and I remember at the end of it, I was shit faced, but I remember standing in the parking lot of the Comedy Connection where we shot it, and I remember saying to the other guys as I'm like trying to light the wrong end of a cigarette, like, I've been more drunk than this.
Yes.
I've been more drunk than this.
At least you didn't chug something dangerous like 2 gallons of water in an hour and die. So
yeah,
that's true. That's true. Water will kill you.
It will.
I guarantee you, when you were that fucked up, you were thinking about fucking days back in Bangor when things went down.
Oh, sure. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. But it was, and it was great. And it was a fun documentary to make. It was very like personal. And it was the first time I'd ever, made any kind of serious kind of film stuff. And it's kind of weird to think that, five friends making this thing. And it was a Hulu exclusive, and then it was on, all the streaming things. And so I'm really proud of it. They did like a run for like a year on SBS Australia, which was crazy. I'm like,
wow.
I've never been to Australia, but this movie is there. You can
You're
watch
huge
it.
in Australia now.
Oh yeah. I'm working on my accent. I'm getting
before the show started, Josh and I were half joking about David Hasselhoff. You're the fucking David Hasselhoff of Australia.
Oh shit.
I mean,
I think I'm the David Hasselhoff now of Australia.
dude, own that shit, Ray. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, take it and rock. Who gives a fuck what Indonesia's spiking in? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, yeah. Everybody in
Right?
Australia is just looking at me going, "Ah, wow, he looks bad." You know what I mean?
Fine.
He looks like he's lost a lot of himself. You know
That's
what I mean?
okay. Download and pay the $1, bitch.
Yeah. Well, well, no, I guess it is just an Australian dollar, right? They just call it a dollar too, but
Whatever.
it's the Australian dollar.
Just some. There's got to be a toll booth somewhere. Come on.
Yeah. It's
So, where can people see that now? Is it
right now? It's
is it still on Hulu?
It's not on Hulu anymore. And we're on Amazon and iTunes and stuff like that. But that's going to be coming down soon. Because our deal with our distributor is like expiring. You know, that's just how all the weird back end shit works. And then so it'll be there for a little bit, and then it'll be back up again. Hopefully right after that. So.
Well, now how's life? I was gonna say, how's life in Rhode Island? So you grew up in Maine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you moved to Rhode Island when?
I moved to Rhode Island after I graduated. So 2010.
Been there 10 years?
Yeah. Moved here, and my wife got a job down here, and we talked about, what I was going to do. I mean, 2010, not a great time for anybody looking for a job, with the economy tanking and everything.
Oh, fuck. Post 2009 taking a shit, right?
Yeah. So I was looking at a market where it was like, oh, every like opening position kind of thing that I would be looking for is being taken by people that got laid off in other careers. So I talked to her, and I was like, well, I can give this stand-up comedy thing a fair whack and go full time and see what happens. And let's take a year. And then, if it starts to not work out, if I'm too broke or I'm unhappy, I'll
you can leave me. You can leave me, or I'll get my shit together and work at Lowe's.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I did in 2010 too. I went to college, and then I dropped out, and I said, stand-up comedy is a better idea. Let's go to LA. Yeah, that didn't work out.
No, you're supposed to go slow. I moved 3 hours away from where I was.
Maine, Rhode Island. Josh is like Air Mass, LA.
I just went to the top without getting good first.
You got to trickle.
Right. You got to take the stepping stones.
I was like, can I get on at the Laugh Factory, please?
Yeah. Not all of us can be like Not all of us can be like Mike Shue, who got on WBCN before he went to college.
Well, from Rhode Island, the natural progression is then you go to what, like South Carolina? You go to like Dillon, South Carolina, and then you go to where, like Des Moines.
Well, I mean,
what is there a fucking road
right
map
there, right?
Is there
so you go.
Let's
this
see.
is the stepping stone to Hollywood, Isaiah.
Hold on.
This is the pathway
Maine,
to Hollywood.
Rhode Island.
Right.
I'm going to go to Vermont because weed was legal. Then I'm going to scoot over to fucking Pennsylvania. You know people there, Mike. Then we're going to go, like Josh, straight to Los Angeles.
No, the stepping stone thing, by the time I'm 195, then I'll be like, you know what? I think I'm going to move to LA.
Yeah, there you go. I think I've really paid my dues.
You know what?
Right. But
and there'll always be
worked
brothers
out.
there for you. Always be brothers there for you.
Exactly. Everybody can
But the
hold
moving
my,
to
I'm
the
going to
LA
need all of
thing
them to
is-
lift my big fat casket. You know what I mean? I need everybody.
Listen, brother, I got your back ass anytime. I'll hold up that casket, slide you down the. Why didn't this motherfucker get cremated? What the fuck?
But now we just all have to follow Rogan to Austin, Texas. So that's the move.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. I was in Austin like a year ago, and it was October, and it was so fucking hot in October. I was like,
In
no, I'm not.
October?
I can't do it. Yeah.
Oh,
And everybody,
Texas,
I booked
man.
a whole tour. I did 10 days in October, all the way through Texas. I was doing shows. I was in different cities every night, and I booked that whole 10-day run in October because I thought, all right, that'll be a good time to go. The weather will be a lot better. I show up and everybody's like, this is the worst time to come. It's like summer, but it's all the humidity is here. Why'd you pick this? I'm like, that's a good point. That's a real good question. Yeah, because I got to wear clothes. I got to wear clothes and tell jokes. This sucks. It was bad. It was real bad.
That's why you put the pants
Sweating.
on at the comedy club. Just wear shorts
yeah.
all day until you
Yeah.
got to wear the long
I
pants.
showed up like a guy having an affair. I showed up with pants and a shirt, and I was like, here we go. I'm changing. I will change at the club. There's no green room. Great. I will step 1 foot gingerly out of my shoes in the bathroom so I don't have to actually touch
Ew.
the bathroom floor.
Ew.
Now, have you ever
man.
done stand-up in shorts? Like, have you ever had to do stand-up in shorts?
I did stand up in shorts like 1 or 2 times when I was in college, when it wasn't like real, I was just like an open mic or something like that.
Yeah.
You were
No,
doing
I
open
am-
mic in downtown Bangor, getting fucked up.
No, I was doing open mics at the school. The school is where I like found my love of stand-up comedy. I had no idea, and then I was like, oh, this is fun. I'm gonna keep
So wait
going.
a second. Did you go to fucking the DDC and do stand up?
No, it was in the campus center in
Which was still down by the soccer
yeah, it was
field, right?
downstairs. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
no shit. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
so
All
that's
right.
and it worked out well, so it suckered me in, and now I'm here, and now
Wait,
I've
hold
been
on, hold
out
on.
of
Husson College, Hulu. You're doing okay.
Yeah.
and I just did
Ready for
Conan. I
Hollywood.
just did Conan right before the world stopped happening. So January
Right before late night stopped.
yeah, January 29th, I think. Yeah, I remember flying back and people were starting to wear masks, and I was like, oh shit. But yeah, I did. So not bad, but I have been out of like the work world for 10 years. So now I'm kind of fucked. I have to keep going. I can't just stop and then go for a job with this Husson degree and be like, hey.
Hey, remember me? I was
I was in Greenpeace for a decade. Why don't you?
Hey,
give me a
I
job.
gotta.
Well,
I
that's
was looking at
how Independent starts, right? You're in a job interview.
Oh shit! That was the smoothest transition I've
Thank
ever
you
seen.
very
And
much.
honestly, I wish I had the acumen to pull it back around. Instead, I'm just like, yeah, we'll talk about this all day. I don't care.
That's right. That was
Dude. Hey, Ray, Mike Shue, radio legend.
Right. Yes.
Hold on.
I will agree.
Hold on.
Radio legend in this room.
In his own mind. Right in his own fucking mind, he's a radio legend. But he's pretty good at fucking segues. Continue. Sorry.
So yeah, that's how Independent starts. Like you're like, well, I haven't figured out if that part was real or supposed to be real. Because an Independent is kind of like that. It's in that Christopher Guest kind of mockumentary realm.
Yeah.
Where it's a film, or is it but that's a great opening scene where you're in a suit and you're in the basement, and the guy. I want to ask you I don't think this will spoil anything, but the guy that's interviewing you, he's a total like prick, and he's burned out and he's cynical.
Yeah.
And he starts choking on his sandwich.
Yeah.
Was that like, did that really happen, or was that something he's like, why don't you choke on your sandwich here and make it really uncomfortable?
So the other guy in the scene, the interviewer, the miserable guy, like that whole scene was just like the nightmare interview. Like, how can I represent everything I fear about going back to a day job, right? And that's actually another comic, John Porch, and he notoriously hates his day job, and he works in like just cubicle land, and he hates it. And so he complains about it. So I was like, he's the perfect guy for this. And I wrote that scene, and I wrote down like John chokes on his sandwich.
Oh, wow.
And I wanted to see if he could do it. And when we shot the scene, he did such a fantastic job. I was just like, all right, just start choking on the sandwich, but like go way too long.
Hold on, but don't die, please. Don't die.
Yeah. And make it look like reasonable, But he did such a good job. We did one take of it, and I was like, oh, this is perfect. Because there's no way that scene was going to work if it didn't happen the right way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It
I
was
know that
very
sounds really
uncomfortable.
silly about. Yeah, I just wanted it to be the most awkward and uncomfortable moment possible. But yeah, it is a mockumentary. Like we shot Be a Man, and we went to festivals, and we had to do the whole thing with that documentary. And my kind of cohort, Derek Furtado, and I just had so many weird experiences doing that. and kind of seeing the industry and how it works. And then all of a sudden documentaries just fucking exploded. Like everything's documentaries now. And now we're serializing them. And, you know, you get like Tiger King and everybody's going to talk about Tiger King, you know? So it's crazy. And we wanted to make a documentary where it's like, well, you know, The Office, what if the cameras were turned on the people trying to make the show? Right? Because I think there's stories of just the people that are doing it and the desperation behind trying to make something like this really comes through. And so, yeah, I think to sound really pedantic about this for a second, anyone that's ever heard the phrase, hey, chase your dream, like you're doing it, good for you, that anybody who's ever heard that, this is the show for them. You know what I mean? Anybody that's trying to do something in arts, entertainment, something like that, the struggle of wanting to do something really good and at the same time needing to be successful is it's a weird
to do it to make a living out of it. Yeah.
So it's for anybody who's had their in-laws say, do you have a backup plan?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Wait.
Yeah.
Josh, do you have that conversation?
Oh, every time my wife leaves the room, my in-laws are just like an associate's degree, or just like, no, I'm too deep in this.
I'm going deep. Fuck off. I don't need a degree. Come on.
Listen, if this doesn't work out, I can always finish up that VCR repair school thing I started.
Oh, come on.
Right.
Listen.
I only have a couple credits left.
So
I went to the Magnavox School of VCR Repair.
One time. I almost got my degree there, but I decided to go into radio.
There's a guy here in Worcester who literally, I forget the name, but it says television repair shop.
There's one in every town. It's still there.
Little tiny place next to a Thai restaurant. It's been there
a front.
forever. Yeah, I was just going to say that, Ray. I think it's a front at this point.
It's 100% a front.
Yeah.
Wait, back up. Next to a Thai restaurant, that's the front.
No, the Thai restaurant's awesome.
Is that racist? Do we have to put the racist cock up?
If that was a front, their food would suck, wouldn't it? But the food's really good there.
True.
But this guy's been like, he's like the only guy in there, and there's like crap all over the place. There's like old tube TVs and like boom boxes and radios and shit like that. But you know,
he drops the TV on the ground and it's poof, powder spills everywhere. Just a big cloud of white powder.
The old tube in the back just blows up, and it's like, I think this is like, is this like lead? Is this like lead? The fuck is happening? There's a place here in town. There's an old, you're going to find this too, an old shoe place. Little tiny place. The guy still repairs shoes. I'm like,
yeah.
Wait a second. When I'm done with shoes, I throw them the fuck out.
No, that's what Daniel Day-Lewis is doing. Like he retired from
repairing shoes.
When he retired from acting the first time, he went to Italy and he became a cobbler's apprentice.
Oh, that's so annoying.
And then he came
back. I was just going to say, I like Daniel Day-Lewis, but fuck that guy.
Oh, my God.
I shall become a cobbler. I will learn how to repair shoes.
Well, he's
like worse than a hipster. Oh, my God.
And he made Lincoln, and then he went back to being a cobbler.
I will go back to the motherland.
Before you ask, yes, I am that man, Daniel Day-Lewis. Now give me your foot.
Right?
Yeah.
I will cobble your foot.
So when
I am a cobbler, I will cobble.
The cobbler this fall. And that didn't happen, so that makes it annoying.
Wait, hold on, Josh. You almost had a really good movie voiceover doing the cobbler this fall. Do it again.
There's no way I'm going to recreate that.
No, you can. Try. The cobbler this fall.
The cobbler this fall. Should I be on Fiverr?
Yes!
That's not bad.
Sell your voiceovers for $5. It'll piss off every major voiceover actor in the world.
Why don't you undercut? Go threever, man. Go threever.
Threever!
Undercut him.
Ray, fuck you. I'm going twofer.
This college film.
If you let me do voiceover for your movie, I'll pay you $5.
And now, starring Mike Shue, a one-fer. Come on! You can do it. WAF went off the radio, motherfuckers. They shut us off.
Yeah, no shit. I was there, Isaiah.
Well,
Yeah,
I was
we
ta-
were
I was
all
talking-
in the
I-
room,
I-
guys.
I was actually there.
I was
Yeah,
I was
I was
talking.
there.
I was talking to Ray.
Oh, okay.
I used to believe in art. I used to believe in film, but now I believe in arches and heel support. I am a cobbler.
Yes.
My name is Daniel Day-Lewis. Give me your foot.
Dude, yes,
I'm going to do this all the time. I'm going to do this all night, and my wife is going to be so mad tomorrow while I walk around the house. Just go, let me see your gait. I want to see you walk.
And I'll narrate it.
am-
He was in a fraternity with Dr. Scholes.
Right. Right? Can you imagine? It started at Husson College. It went through Mu Sigma Chi, and now he's a cobbler.
A foot fetish turned profession.
Let me see your feet. You've
Do
got
you
such
have
high
anyway?
arches.
Imagine him as
Let
like,
me spread your toes apart.
I know you have foot fungus, but I'm okay with it.
I'll
the
pop
cobbler.
your toes in my mouth like a pacifier.
imagine
Yes,
him
I know I'm an Academy Award-winning actor, but I have to tell you, your big toes nail is very loose.
Hold on. Oh,
Is it yellow on purpose?
did you stub your toe? I'm the cobbler.
There's no reason to buy new shoes. These can be simply resold. Simply resold.
There was an Academy Award for the Joker, and then the cobbler.
The cobbler. It's not a pie, goddammit.
Can you imagine?
That's not
You
a-
go to Phoenix and go, hey, listen, I think the Joker's good. We have a better idea.
He makes shoes. Angry shoes. He's angry at the world. Nobody likes his fucking shoes.
By the way,
I
hey, Ray.
I spend my
Ray,
days
Ray.
walking around the city looking down. I never see people's faces. I'm always looking at their shoes.
The
Ray,
coach of the New York Jets has a huge order for me.
Ray, this is what we do every week. This is it, just stupidness. It's awesome.
I spent so much time repairing souls, I forgot about my own.
Oh, there it is. That's the tagline right there.
That's the
Meets
promo.
love.
Use that as the promo.
Yeah.
That should
A
have
lone
been the
cobbler finds
documentary
love.
you guys made in the web series.
Shit.
Yeah. It should be
You
in
had it.
Providence.
You fucked up.
There's got to be one in
God.
Providence. Come on.
I
Seriously.
love the Hitler idea, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
So first of all,
every
Well, no.
fucking
no,
time.
listen, Isaiah. So Undependent's awesome. Well, all the episodes are so far. They're like what? They're like 10 minutes long, right?
Yeah, so like the background on this is after doing Be a Man, we talked about what we were going to do next, and this idea came up, and originally it was going to be a web series just to kind of get away from doing something so rooted in reality, because Be a Man, it was like, I don't want to fake anything. I want everything to be real, and I wanted to do something where I could just play and have fun, you know what I mean? And so Undependent was that idea. And we told our producer about the show, and he was like, this is great. If you make it a web series, I'll kill you. I want to talk to some people about this.
I'll
So,
kill you. I will literally kill you.
so we started talking to a network. I don't want to say which network it is.
Don't.
But we were talking about making the show, and they were really excited about it. We started talking more and more. They wanted to talk about doing something with Be a Man. So we put together a 2-episode pilot for this network. And I don't want to say it's all true. It's all true what I'm telling you. It's so
Oh my God.
so we put together this thing for this network. The guy that was the executive we were talking to mostly, he's gone anyway, so it doesn't matter. I love them though, and they're great. But so we
Was
we
it the
made
network
pilot.
that's owner raped women?
No,
Okay,
No.
so not CBS. Moving on.
no. So we were having fun making the pilot and stuff. We took it to them, and right when we gave it to them, the executive that was kind of like ushering everything through, and like every conference call we had with them, he was the guy that he's like, oh, I'm telling you, blah, 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 get me paper on that. It's going to be great. Blah, blah, blah. And so he left. And so we were like, oh, cool. All right. So who's going to take this over? Right. And then that was done. So we were like, okay. And we started to shop it a little bit more. And then COVID hit, and we were like, oh, nope. Can't do anything because
That's the answer to everything. And then COVID.
Yeah, because the industry just ground to a halt. They weren't producing anything. They weren't looking at development anymore. And so we sat on this thing for a couple of months, but then it was like, I want people to see it and I want to put it out. And there's like no entertainment left. I'm left to just, watch old fucking shows I haven't gotten a chance to see yet. And so we recut it as a web series. So it became the thing it was supposed to be. So there's 6 episodes and 3 for each kind of main episode. It's like act 1, act 2, act 3 kind of deal. And that's the crux of it. And it's a lot of fun. And I can't believe we were able to do really silly shit with great people.
Well, the second episode, the brainstorm episode, I just love that in particular. And I texted Josh, and I don't want to give away too much, but there's an idea you guys come up with about Hitler.
Yeah.
You were like, well, people love documentaries about Hitler. And you're like, no, we're not going to fucking do a documentary about Hitler. That's bullshit. And then it's like, you or Derek was like, what kind of candy do you think Hitler would like? Yeah. And so that's just, and it totally reminded me of Josh because he's a fucking Nazi.
Dude, Josh is a Nazi.
No,
dude, Ray,
Josh
is a Nazi.
Because Josh one time said, I saw this picture of Hitler and he was smiling, and I'm thinking, yeah, he could have been a pretty nice guy. You don't see him smiling.
That's not what I said. I
Dude,
said
Ray,
I love the picture of
Yeah.
Hitler in front of the Eiffel Tower because that's like such a romantic thing. Everyone that goes there takes a picture in front of it. And Hitler had a picture in front of the Eiffel Tower. Like, I just took that shit.
Yeah.
Dude,
Somebody get me a camera. I want to get a real sexy picture.
Right? I'm just like, that's such an amazing picture.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Dude,
somebody
Ray,
that was
Ray,
like, I
no,
want
no,
that.
No,
Ray,
Ray,
for a selfie.
Ray, since we started doing this podcast, Josh has had this weird thing for Hitler. And I swear to God, not every episode, but most episodes, when he says Hitler, show's over. So be careful.
No.
Be fucking careful.
No, listen, I want to say the Hitler conversation that happens in the show, that's not written. I mean, I wrote down like the bullet points of it for the script, but that came from a real conversation that Derek and I had, because we had a podcast for a while called With Ray and Derek, and I love history. I like talking about like hypothetical questions and stuff like that. And like everybody asks about the whole, like, would you go back in time and kill Hitler and all that stuff. But I'm fascinated with the normal guy. So when you say like you saw a picture of him smiling, I would be fascinated with that because I'm like, he's fucking smiling. Oh no, but I think that's crazy cool. I'm like, he's smiling. He's a normal guy. He gets diarrhea. Who is this guy?
But I just like how accomplished he looked. That he was like, I just took that. Like that is mine.
Yeah, but I love the idea of this normal man, like Hitler being a guy who is like the world's, the history's biggest monster that we all know. But there's a time like he got diarrhea. But there's a time he did that. He was constipated. You know what I mean?
And he had the worst
all
gas.
sorts of stuff. Yeah. He was on so many drugs. He was shitting out his brains all the time.
I mean,
and
that Puritan. Just the idea. Or Puritan,
I saw a
Puritan.
picture. I saw a picture of him. If you were stunned by the picture of him at the Eiffel Tower, there's a picture of him standing in front of a tree. This is when he's full-blown Hitler, too, not just like when he was just Adolf.
Hitler.
You know what I mean?
Like
he was full-blown Hitler at this point. He's wearing shorts and high socks, and I'm looking at this picture like, who the fuck is this guy?
Wow.
You can't wear shorts. You asked me if I wear shorts on stage. Fuck that. You can't wear shorts if you're a dictator.
You're Hitler.
Also, you can't wear shorts if you're in the 40s. What are you doing?
You can't wear. No one should be able to see your knees if you were a dictator.
If you're not British, you don't get to wear shorts.
Right, and it's the high-waisted 1940s.
Hey,
shorts.
shoot. Yeah. Ray and fucking Josh need to do a Hitler podcast. They just
we do.
These two have a fucking boner about fucking Hitler.
And if you want to see Hitler really happy, look after he made the French surrender on the train that they made the Germans surrender on, and then he's like skipping around like all happy after. It's like that guy's smiling and he's petting his dog, but he's the devil. It's weird.
Wow.
But yeah, that's where that came from, because Derek would wait until the very end of an episode that we were doing, And then whatever we were talking about, and then he would just, right as I was trying to do the outro of the show, like we were talking about candy one time, and he was like, what do you think Hitler's favorite candy was?
Licorice.
And then it just started that whole conversation.
Black licorice, definitely.
Like, I mean, we talked about like Hitler trying other jobs. You know, like we were doing Daniel Day-Lewis as a cobbler, right? It was Hitler as a barber trying to make small talk. He couldn't do it.
Wow.
He couldn't do it.
Ray,
You know, he just
you gotta.
Would you like me to cut your hair?
Ray, you gotta redo the opening scene of Undependent, but instead of you, it's got to be Hitler. And it's gotta be the same,
now Mike's in.
It's got to be the same comic saying, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years in this company?"
Honestly, probably at the very top of it.
I'll be inside Czechoslovakia in 5 years. I don't know. Hungary.
So now, did you bring your papers? I mean, your resume?
Yes,
That's a French word.
Resume.
So, Josh, as we promote this show, we're going to do hashtag Hitler. Just throw it out there.
Oh boy,
no.
Why? Oh my God.
Well, I would not.
Well, I mean,
I'm not trying to get shadow banned here.
Oh,
I like the history of Hitler.
We don't want to get
there
canceled.
There was a clear enemy.
Yes, thank God. Oh man, I miss the days of just a clear enemy. Like, oh, that's why like a video game. If it's Nazis that you're fighting in a video game, I'm like, this is the best.
It's
they
always
wear
easy.
the uniform. It's like, you know, Red Sox versus Yankees.
Then do hashtag kill the Germans. See how that goes.
You guys, no? Josh, you got to see, and Ray. I mean, if you're fascinated as Hitler as like normal guy or something. I don't know if you guys have already seen it, but Jojo Rabbit.
Oh man,
I want to see that
movie. Fuck man, that movie. I wanted it to win all the Oscars.
Yeah,
like that
so
movie
well done.
was so. Taika Waititi is it should not be allowed humanly to have the level of talent he has in so many different areas. It makes me sick for how good he is. Because he wrote the adaptation of the novel, so he wrote the script, he directed it, and he played Hitler, a New Zealand guy playing Hitler, and it's the funniest thing in the world. And then the movie gut punches you.
Oh yeah,
like 2/3 of the way through, and I was crying, and I laughed so much through that movie, and then I was crying watching the movie.
Josh will watch it.
It killed me how good that movie was.
I want to watch it, but I was hesitant to watch that, just like I was hesitant to watch Inglourious Bastards, because I was like, this is just a goofy fucking movie, because I like everything to be historically accurate. Right. And then I watched Inglourious Bastards, and I was like, "Holy fucking shit! This is amazing."
Watch the movie.
Right?
It's very good. It's very very good.
Watch
I mean, just to get
it.
Hitler.
Sorry. This kid's in the Hitler Youth, and his secret friend, his imaginary friend, is Hitler. So when he like and stuff, Hitler like pops out behind a tree and says, "Oh, what's the matter?" And it's really hilarious. Yeah.
Just to get Hitler at the library with the kid while the kid's reading books in the library, and Hitler is standing there, and he's just like, can we get out of here? Books are so lame. You know, it's great. It's great.
Well,
I love it.
Undependent's awesome. I think there's 3 episodes up right now on YouTube.
The 4th one just came out today. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. And it starts the new story. It's about internet trolls. Ray and Derek, the 2 guys. This is how weird the show is. It's a mockumentary about 2 documentary filmmakers, and the footage we're watching as the audience is the footage that their camera crew is shooting, right? And the 2 characters are named Ray and Derek. Maybe a little too close to home. I feel like I feel like a therapist.
I've heard those names.
I mean, you don't want to get too confused, right?
No. A psychologist would have a fucking field day with this show, and they would watch it and go, "Oh, Ray, we figured you out. You have a lot of fucking problems."
No, you haven't figured them out at all. Fuck off.
It's like Inception almost, you know?
Or kind of like Tropic Thunder, a movie about guys making a movie.
Yeah, exactly. I know who I am. I'm the dude that's playing a dude who's pretending to be another dude.
Dude, Ray.
I'm not doing blackface. I'm not doing.
What else? What else is on the horizon?
Why
for
not?
You these days? What else is on the horizon for you?
Oh man, the world is my oyster.
Oh my God! No, but seriously, do you have anything in the works?
Yeah. No, I have nothing in the works.
Zero.
We're putting the show out, and then
you're gonna work at Lowe's.
no. I have a 6-year-old, and so we are,
Oh my God, he's 6
trying
already.
to raise him. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my God.
Oh,
man.
we're all slowly marching towards the grave, baby. That's what's happening.
Oh my
Get
God.
used
It's
to
been
it.
Good.
6 years. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
If you think you're a little lonely now with the quarantine, wait till we're all in the ground. You know what I mean? Like we're getting
Right.
old. That's what's happening. As far as what's on the horizon for me, I'm really, for a while I was fighting the whole idea of comedy kind of stopping, and it wasn't until very recently I kind of just like accepted what's happening and realized I made the decision I'm not going to do any more shows indoors, even if because there are places that are doing indoor shows and they're doing social distancing, they're making sure things are safe, and I'm not going to do it. And I can't travel, so the odd outdoor show around here for now, that's fine. Anywhere where I would have to get a hotel, I'm not doing it. I just have to take care of my family and myself. I'm a 6'7" morbidly obese man. I if I get this thing, I don't think I'm kicking it, so
keep the faith, bro. Keep the faith, kid. Keep the faith.
Of course. But
Keep the faith.
for now I'm spending time with my son and trying to keep my wife a little more sane while she's working from home, and we're doing okay. And I'm hiking on some trails. That's really what I'm doing. Like I just go out in the woods and I'm like,
hey, listen, you said morbidly obese. Do a fucking lap, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's working out well. I'm either going to be a dead body or I'm going to find a dead body out in those trails.
Move the fuck around. You'll be fine. Good.
Yeah,
It's good. It's good to hear
Isaiah,
that you and the family are safe.
These are just jokes. And when you take it seriously and you're like, no, you're going to be okay, then I feel bad afterwards.
No, you'll be fine.
Just don't apologize no matter what after.
He never apologize. He's good. It's good. It's good. Hey, Ray, it's good to see you, brother. It really is.
It's very good to see you too. This has been fun. This is the most people I've talked to in a few days. You know what I mean? This is perfect.
Good.
Wow.
And we talked about Hitler, Josh, you and I. We're starting a podcast.
Oh yeah, dude. Hey, listen, Josh. Mike does his own thing about Neil Young, and Josh wanted someone to do a Hitler one. Isn't that weird?
This is it.
Mike Shue, Neil Young, Josh Dolan, Hitler.
This is perfect though, because Josh, let me ask you this: what topping on a pizza do you think Hitler hates?
Oh, for the love of fuck!
Oh,
is he like one of these people like, oh, I hate pineapple on a pizza?
It's black olives that are shaped like a Jew's heart.
I think it would be anchovies
with the hole in the center.
No, really? I thought you think Hitler.
It would be anchovies.
No, I don't know.
Anchovies?
Because I feel like eating pizza and being like, this tastes weird. And then they're like, there's anchovies on it. He's like, fucking Jews. And
is there salt on this? Is there like a lot of salt on this pizza?
Are you trying to kill me? You think I'm a slug?
Jews. Where's the racist cock? Put off the racist
I mean,
cock.
Isaiah, you're the one that makes it sound racist. You're with your fist. You turned it
but
into
you know
a
what
town
I
meeting.
love? The stuffed crust. What happened to it? Where did it go? I miss the stuffed crust. I like to turn it around. I bite it. I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
What happened to Pizza Hut once they were flexing?
Best part, Ray, right when we get all Hitlery, we bring up our sponsors. We actually have sponsors. So after we talk about Hitler,
every time.
Not 2 weeks in a row. Listen, last
time.
week we did it with.
Oh my God.
No.
We have to.
What's the sponsor? What's the sponsor? I got to know.
God.
Oh, dude, there's multiple. We have Invoke Media Group that did our website. So that is breakingtheicepodcast.com. Big fan of Hitler.
No,
Joking.
they're not. They're not big.
No,
fans.
They're fucking fine.
No, they're
Listen,
not.
last week we could blame it on Giannis Pappas and History Hyenas because they do that kind
now
of
we
thing.
can blame it on fucking Ray and you. You guys are going to get your own podcast.
Okay,
called
that's
Defend
true.
The Jews.
Ray's like a wicked Nazi. Look at him. He's like a fucking skinhead. He's one of those fucking Proud Boys with his plaid shirt and his haircut.
No.
No. He's like, delete all this. No, seriously, Ray. We actually
I
have
just like
sponsors.
history. I just like history, guys.
We actually have sponsors. We have Invoke Media Group that does our website, breakingtheicepodcast.com. Our good friend Chris at Garage Doors Plus. He makes garage doors for Jews that are trying to be saved from the Hitlers.
Oh, stop.
I mean,
the Hitlers.
Too much?
The Hitlers.
Well, I mean, and then we have
Street gang.
And then we have Joe from Boston Exterior. What is it?
Remodeling.
Thank
Boston
you.
Exterior Remodeling. They have nothing to do with Nazis.
No. When the Jews want to
Nothing.
build a house, they'll build
I
a
mean,
better house.
we're gonna have to racist cock the entire sponsor thing.
Oh, fuck
We're
it,
just gonna
never
take
mind.
it away. I mean, you got your sorority paddle behind you, and you're
I'll
just
do a real
you're-
one. I'll do a real one. Ready? Our good friends at Wolfpack Coffee, our good friends at Invoke Media Group, our good friends at Boston Exterior Remodeling, and our good friends at Garage Doors Plus. Thank you for sponsoring Breaking the Ice podcast.
Oh, good.
Did I make that easy enough
All
for
right,
you to
that
fucking
was-
edit, Hitler?
That was Nazi free.
I mean,
that was good.
it's just 10 o'clock at night, and I gotta get up at 6.
And
so
your
I
fucking
mean,
team is tied 2-2 right now.
oh fuck! Don't tell me that. Okay,
Oh,
damn
it's
it.
tied.
This
It's
is a hockey
tied.
podcast. We forgot to talk about hockey. again.
But it's not a hockey podcast. I told
shit.
Andrew Raycroft to hit the showers. And,
Ray,
and I'll,
fucking keep
so
the faith,
before we
brother.
go, I just
Absolutely, you too, man.
want to
Keep-
say
good
that
to see you, man. Really good to see your
our
face.
Guest,
Absolutely, yeah. What-
Yes, Josh.
Our guest next week asked me to mention this on the podcast this week.
Don't say Hitler. Don't
Nimmer.
say Hitler.
Nimmer, which I mean, one word like a
I have to
like
pee
share.
so bad I can taste it. Get
So
to the
do
point.
I, but I'm gonna read this first. Our guest next week, Nimmer. He's from Lebanon. He's from.
I know him. I did a
Beirut.
show with him.
Oh, you did?
I did a show with him. Yeah,
Oh,
man.
no shit.
Nice.
Oh yeah, Nimmer's the best. And he texted me this morning, and asked if I could let our Boston area listeners know that Sunday, August 16th at
Wow.
11, he's doing a benefit for the Lebanese Red Cross. And on his Facebook page, he'll be streaming with a bunch of celebrities, and they're doing a fundraiser. Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube on Nimmer Comedy channel on all platforms. So
Good.
just follow Nimmer, Nemr, and he'll be on with us next week. But he's raising money for the Lebanese Red Cross.
Wow.
I have a speech impediment now, apparently.
It's
so
amazing
I don't know what
that
happened.
You didn't go on to radio right after AAF went under, that you weren't picked up right away. It's really incredible.
Right.
That studio was the
Yeah, why
first
not?
and last place
Talk
I
these
was
two,
ever on
right.
the radio. It started as WZLX and ended as AAF, and now we're just here, and I can't talk.
Right.
I love it. I love it.
MEX, baby. We
I'm
gotta
starting
go.
to think you made
All right,
that
let me
with
throw out a quick plug.
Sharpies.
Go to undependentshow.com if you want to watch the show. That's
Do it. Yes,
that's it. Go to
Undependence.
undependentshow.com. And
What
it's
is
on
it?
YouTube as well.
And also
There you
go
go.
subscribe to me and Ray's Hitler podcast.
That's right.
Yeah,
that we're
it's called
starting.
Playing Risk with Hitler.
It's called Nazi Confections.
Hey Ray, we got to make sure the brothers see this show.
Oh, definitely. And
They'll be like,
we'll
wow,
also
what
be
the fuck?
talking. We all need to sign a contract. We're all going to split 25% each on this Daniel Day-Lewis Cobbler movie. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. That
Yeah.
was, yeah.
I'm the cobbler.
Let's do some brainstorming and write the script.
God bless you. Ray, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Ray.
All right,
Thanks, Ray.
guys. I appreciate it. I'm going
Have
to
a
go
good night,
sweat
buddy.
in my office now. Bye.
Bye.
That was good.
Awesome.
That was good.
Oh, I like how he
Josh
leaves
is
with a
gone.
picture.
That's fucking
How
money.
do I do that? How can I do that?
Wow.
Uh,
Dude, that's so funny. That's really fucking cool that you had him and he was on your show, and we're in the same frat.
there
That's
he is.
cool.
He's back.
Hi, I'm back.
Oh!
How do you put
Hi.
that picture up, man? I was like, oh, he's got a picture when he goes off.
I don't know. It just did it.
Really?
It just did it automatically or something.
You
Or it
can't
asked
get
me
out.
for a
You can't get
profile
out.
picture.
You can't get out.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like pledging all over again.
This does feel like a reunion, like if this would be a show that would be on right now, where they were like, we got to do a Zoom comedy show, and how do we do it? There's just like it's a reunion.
This is how
It's
you
a
fucking
college
do it.
reunion.
This is
Yeah.
how you fucking do it. Mike and I and Josh have figured. I mean, look, dude, everybody's so Zoom exhausted, but we do this once a week. We fuck around, and
trust me.
there's no, dude. For work, I did
Yeah.
things today. Where this, long story short, doing this really short series for people giving them, the vendors and the people, an avenue for each other. And I'm like, you can't put up a fucking PowerPoint. You can't. Don't.
No.
This is not like, if you go to a convention, yes, fine. If you're doing a break, for the love of fuck, as my goddamn witness, do not put up. So we're going to go to page 2 right now. And I was wondering if you could see the, what I mean? But my job, and it's funny because here's where the radio in me comes in. I said, look, we're going to do this once a week. It'll be 1 hour max, 3 guests, fast. And Mike could appreciate this, radio host, in and out. Hi, I'm talking to Ray. Ray does this. What's up, Ray? Boom, done. Fucking go. And I joke about it too, like a radio show where I'm like, hi, everybody's got Zoom fatigue. So if you think for 30 fucking seconds, I want to be listening to your stupid fucking, page 4 of the presentation is really where I think that I should commit suicide.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's fucking, this thing is fucking actually brutal for me, Josh, and fucking Mike too, because we're just
he's back.
Wait, hold on.
Are we doing a second episode right now? What's happening?
I'm not even sure.
Ray gave out all these facts about Hitler that were fascinating, and
if I don't go piss, you want me to take you to the bathroom with me? Because I will.
No,
wait,
we don't.
Is this a replay, or are you guys actually here?
Oh no, we're actually
okay. Because
I turned my AC off to do this, and I want to die right now. It's so fucking.
I just walked back in the room, and you all were still talking. And I was like, "Wait a minute."
I just wanted to say thank you guys for having me because this was a lot of fun.
Fucking Ray,
this was really good time. So, all right, I'm gonna go because I'm gonna die. It's so fucking hot in here.
All right, Ray.
Dude, turn on the fucking air conditioning.
The show's great too. Show's awesome.
Jesus
Oh, thank
Christ.
you so much. All right, I'll see you guys soon. I'll be at your houses shortly. All right.
All right.
I'll be good. I'm just taking a leak. I love that he's got a picture of him.
So was I the only one that left?
No, Mike and I stayed on, and then Mike was commenting on his picture, and then he showed back up, and then you showed back up. I just started talking
I came back in, and Isaiah was going, "Hey, Ray, look at this," and I was like,
he was
doing that when. Oh God!
Hold on,
you were doing that when I left.
All right.
Did you ever stop?
God, this is already...
Well within the cutout part.
But there's also good stuff because Josh and I are going to stay on for a second and just fuck.
No, we're not. Bye.
Fuck you.
So guys, I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
I'm peeing. I can't. My hands. Is that it? Listen, brother, I got your back ass anytime.